Hey boys and girls out there, this is Clay of Major Disappointment Models, and just last Saturday, April 22nd, the Seattle IPMS put on their annual spring show. Took a day off and I went and entered two of my helicopters, and the Seattle crew up there, they do an amazing job. Every year I've gone up there, I'm just more and more amazed. And this year they said they had a record of over 1,000 models on the tables for either display or contest. And I tell you what, I wish I had more time to walk around, but I was helping my friend John Geigel of J&S Hobbies, also of Masterpiece Models. I was helping him man his booth. He's a vendor out there. He's from Vancouver, Washington. So I had a good time. I wish I would have spent more time walking around. So, like I said before, I really enjoy going to the Seattle IPMS spring show. And it's a good excuse. You know, those of us that are married, we try to give our wives or significant others an excuse on why we have to go to the model show. And for my case, the excuse was I'm entering two models, when really I go to buy more models or to win models. And Seattle does very well in having models at the raffle, some really good models for the raffle. And last year I cleaned house. I forgot how many I won. It was quite a bit. This year I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 models. And I think they're really good models. And let me show you what I got. So one of the last drawings I got was this Aerofix. And it's a B25 Mitchell. It's an old Aerofix kit, but I like Mitchells. And this is one of the Doolittle Raiders. And this year is the 75th anniversary of the Doolittle Raid. I believe it was April 18th, if I'm not mistaken. So, got this kit. This is supposed to be a Doolittle Raider, so we're going to enjoy it. One of the other kits I got, and I don't have in my Tamiya stash, is this British SAS Jeep. And this one is still sealed. So, you know, I don't know if a vendor donated or one of the club members, but I think it's pretty good. I think I lucked out. So, got this nice Hasegawa Folkwolf FW190A. Hasegawa, you know, as most of you know, make really beautiful kits. And these kits, you know, look at that. It's still sealed inside. So, you know, somebody donated it or a vendor donated a beautiful kit. Can't wait to start that one. Minicraft B-24 Liberators. When I was a kid, I loved B-17s, B-24s, B-25s. I love the big bombers. I don't know why. That and P-38s. Now, this one's already started, but it started very well. I mean, it's not just slapped together yet. So, somebody started the painting, which is gonna help me. And talking to some of the guys who build aircraft, they sort of build them like car modelers. You kind of paint it while it's on the sprue, start gluing it together, and then start touching up. Ship modelers do the same thing. You can't put it all together and then just try to paint it because it's too much little stuff. I love Tamiya. Had them when we were kids in Hawaii. We got them straight off the boat from Japan. So this one again, they opened the plastic, but that's about it. Everything's there. Beautiful looking kit. It's an old Revell kit. I had this as a kid. Let me see the copyright is on. This was a 1968 copyright. And I probably bought this one probably in 1970 or so, when I was probably either a freshman in high school or in junior high. And again, this is a Doolittle Raider. So I really like those Doolittle Raiders. Again, this was all complete inside. Some of the things are off sprues and stuff like that, but it's all complete. And I love these old Revell kits. They remind me of my youth. This is another kit. What's the copyright on this one? 1969. And I know I bought this one in 1970, just before I started high school. I have another one in my stash. The problem was the one I bought in my stash, the decals are just trash. And I got this in the raffle. First thing I did was look at the decals, and oh my God, what is it, 47-year-old decals, and look at that. They're beautiful. So I put them in a Ziploc to keep them that way until I get ready to build this one. So now I got two of these kits. Hopefully I'll be able to copy this decal. I'm not sure I can because I don't have a printer that prints white. But we'll see what we can do. And I don't know if you guys can see these kits. The lighting in here is just terrible. But I love this Revell kits. A lot of people hate it. So that was my winnings that I got. And I really enjoyed the show. If you're ever in the Seattle area, and you don't have to be in the Seattle area, because some of the people at the show, I talked to a couple gentlemen that were from Idaho. I saw a lot of people from the Oregon Modeler Society. So they drive up from Portland, whatnot. That's a couple hours away. The guy, my friend who has the model shop, John Geigel, he's from Vancouver, Washington, which is a couple hours away. We had a lot of Canadian folks. Guys were buying a couple $100 worth of models to ship to various places in Canada where they're from, or to their friends, whatnot. One guy was shipping stuff to Montreal, he said. So that's all I got. And if you're in the area, again, check out the Seattle IPMS Spring Show. And it generally happens in April. So, look for it. I believe they have a website. And if I find their website, I'll put up a link to it, and you guys can check it out. And maybe we'll see you there next year. All right. Bye-bye.